Pride and Prejudice, directed in 2005 by Joe Wright and starring Keira Knightley and Matthew Macfadyen, the film is based on Jane Austen's 1813 novel of the same name. The plot is set in the rigid class-divided England of the 18th century and focuses on the events of the Bennet family. The five Bennet sisters, Elizabeth, Jane, Lydia, Mary, and Kitty, grew up with a mother anxious to find them a husband who would guarantee them a secure future. But among them, Elizabeth aspires to live her life with a broader perspective, at least until his meeting with Mr. Darcy. The film Pride and Prejudice represents one of the film adaptations of the work of the same name by the English writer Jane Austen, published on January 28, 1813. The novel has as its main themes Mr. Darcy's Clive's pride and Elizabeth Bennet's prejudice against her. The plot focuses on the events of the Bennet family, exactly as happens in the film. The film is very faithful to the novel, sometimes quoting phrases almost verbatim. Some differences can be found in the fact that the film manages to give a touch more personality to the main characters, on whom Austen doesn't particularly focus. Other differences can be found in the scene in which Elizabeth goes to Lady Catherine's house. It's not the latter who asks her to play her piano, but rather her cousin Darcy. The film doesn't even show the scenes in which Elizabeth, while she's at the Collins house, often goes for walks with Mr. Darcy, who more than once makes sure to meet her. After the declaration, the film shows a Darcy who specifically goes to Elizabeth's house to give her the letter that explains her behavior. While in the book, the male character remains waiting for her in the woods until he sees her leave the house. The film also cuts a sequence from the book which he sees his friend Bingley immediately after learning of Darcy's declaration, arranged him and Elizabeth to carve out a moment to walk together in solitude. A final difference concerns the ending. While the film ends with Mr. Bennet granting Elizabeth's hand to Mr. Darcy, the book ends with the story of marriages between Elizabeth and Darcy and between Jane and Bingley.